Good afternoon, race fans. Welcome to South Boston Speedway in South Boston, Virginia. I'm Aaron Johnson with the Johnson iRacing team, bringing you today's feature event. It's 40 fast laps at South Boston Speedway in the iRacing Advanced Legends Cup. These drivers represent some of the best talent on the iRacing server at the time the race was offered. Let's have a look at today's starting lineup. Starting in the 13th spot in car number 6, racing out of the Carolinas region in the Trump Pence Legends car, that's Nick Carver Robbins. Starting in the 12th spot in car number 16 is Fish Fischer, Fish in the Gremlin Tech Legends car out of Long Island, New York. He's going to show up on the telemetry in the top right-hand part of the screen as car number 11, but on your screen, he'll be the Gremlin Technologies 16. Starting in the 11th spot in car number 12, he will start from the pits because he did not make the starting bell in time. That is Ollie Cole in the Simpsons Legends car, Ollie out of the UK and Ireland. Starting 10th in car number 1, racing with us from France, that is Thibaut Hani. Thibaut in that red car number 1. Starting 9th in car number 13, he races with us out of the New England region. It's the Ream Legends car of Tim McMahon. Starting 8th in car number 9, that's the Jegs Line-X Legends car of Chad Ryder, Chad also out of New England. Starting 7th in car number 3, racing out of France, that is Florent Couders, Florent in the bright red car number 3. Now, your top 6 starters, starting in the 6th spot in car number 10, that's Richard Sawyer, Richard racing out of Las Vegas, Nevada. Starting 5th in car number 2, that's Jared McKinney, the Buckeye Bandit, Jared out of Chillicothe, Ohio. Starting in the 4th spot in car number 8, it's Brent Dean. Brent in the Remember Everyone Deployed Legends car, racing out of Montgomery, Alabama. Starting in the 3rd spot in car number 7, that's Roger Streetman, the Whiskey River car from Texas. In the 2nd spot, starting in car number 5, racing out of Italy, that's Gigi Maloney. And on the pole in car number 4, racing out of the Midwest region, it's the Musketeer Autosport car of Don Wilson. This race will feature 2 of the Johnson iRacing team's up-and-coming drivers. That would be Jared McKinney, the Buckeye Bandit, starting in position 5, and Fish Fischer starting 12th in that 16 car, the Gremlin Technologies Legends car. The pace car leads the field around the speedway. The car is in, and the 4 of Don Wilson hammers the throttle, jumps out to a quick lead over Gigi Maloney. Maloney currently running in the 2nd spot. Out front, it is Don Wilson, followed by Maloney, then Streetman, Dean, and Jared McKinney. Those cars the top 5 as we complete one lap here at South Boston. Don Wilson leads that chromium-plated car number 4, the Musketeer Autosports car out front, followed by 5 and Gigi Maloney, then Dean, Streetman, and McKinney. Richard Sawyer now in 6th, Chad Ryder 7th, McMahon 8th, Haney 9th, and Nick Carver Robbins moving up from 13th to 10th in just a couple of laps. Behind them, it's Fish Fischer, Florent Couders, and Ollie Cole. Those cars all together on the lead lap. We are 4 laps into a 40-lap feature event, and it is Don Wilson with the lead. Looks like the 5 of Maloney trying to close just a bit on the 4 car of Don Wilson. Maloney about 2.5 car lengths back, trying to find her way around the 4 of Wilson. So far, that's been a tall order. It looks like Jared McKinney starting to put a little pressure on Streetman as well. McKinney running in the 5th spot, Sawyer 6th. Nick Carver Robbins seems to be on the move. He's found his way all the way to 9th, and Fish Fischer has worked his way into the top 10 as well. Out front, we have a little bit of a 3-car breakaway. Looks like Jared McKinney trying to get underneath and make a pass here. He has. McKinney looks like he's found his way around the 10 of Richard Sawyer. So McKinney now trying to find his way forward. McKinney into the 4th spot. Sawyer now in 5th, Streetman 6th. Jared McKinney trying to close in on this lead pack. Out front, it's still the 4 of Don Wilson with the lead. Gigi Maloney right behind Wilson. Then behind Maloney, it's Brent Dean. Those 3 cars pulling away slightly. Jared McKinney beginning to put a little distance between himself and the 10 of Richard Sawyer. McKinney trying to chase down this lead group. Let's walk back through the starting field right here In number 1, that is the 4 car of Don Wilson. Behind Wilson, it's the 5 of G.G. Maloney. Next on the Speedway, it's the 8 of Brent Dean. Dean currently in the 3rd spot. Then behind Dean, that would be the Buckeye Bandit, Jared McKinney. McKinney, a member of the Johnson iRacing team. Behind McKinney, it's the 10 of Richard Sawyer. Sawyer currently being shown in the 5th spot. Next car on the Speedway will be the 7 of Roger Streetman. Streetman currently running in 6th. Behind Streetman, that's the 9 of Chad Ryder. Ryder currently being shown in the 7th as he suffers from some internet lag here. Ryder bouncing in and out. Then behind Ryder on the Speedway, that's the 1 of Thibaud Hani. Thibaud currently shown in the 8th spot. Behind Hani, that's the 16, the Gremlin Technologies car of Fish Fischer. Behind Fisher, it's the 6 of Nick Carver Robbins, that Trump Pence automobile. Then behind Carver Robbins, Florent Couder in the 3 car being shown in the 11th position. Behind Florent on the Speedway, the next car looks to be the 12 of Ollie Cole. Cole currently the last car on the lead lap in 12th. So that's the 13 of McMahon. So McMahon a lap down being shown as the next car on the Speedway. Then behind McMahon, it's the 12 of Ollie Cole. Cole the last car on the lead lap. Just behind Ollie Cole, we're back around to your leader, Don Wilson. Wilson leading now 14 laps into a 40-lap feature race. G.G. Maloney putting some pressure on Don Wilson, trying to find their way around here. But no dice so far as Wilson runs a nice smooth race, holding the lead. Wilson closing in on the lapped car of Ollie Cole. Cole, the last car on the lead lap. Wilson going to have to try to find a way around that lapped car without losing any ground. It is a little bit difficult to do that here at South Boston, but it can be done. It just takes a little bit of extra work. Wilson trying to find his way around, closes on the back bumper of Ollie Cole. Cole slides up high, gives Wilson plenty of room. Ollie Cole having a little bit of an issue here with some internet lag. The 5 of G.G. Maloney also goes by. It's Maloney in 2nd, Brent Dean 3rd, Jared McKinney in the 4th spot. McKinney trying to close on this lead group, having a little bit of trouble closing up that gap. We can see that Dean now has made his way past the lap car of Ollie Cole. Cole now the first car 1 lap down in 12th. Donald Fisher has moved up all the way to the 7th spot. Streetman now in 6th. Sawyer 5th. McKinney 4th. Then we've got the leaders here of Dean in 3rd, Maloney 2nd, and Wilson running up front. G.G. Maloney trying to find a way around the outside. That looked like it might have been the 6 of Nick Carver Robbins up against the wall as Don Wilson went by. Wilson beginning to stretch things out a bit over the 5 of G.G. Maloney. Wilson now about 3.5 seconds ahead. Looks like Wilson got a little bit loose coming off of turn 2, but manages to hold on to the race car. This time by marks the halfway point. Don Wilson has led every lap at South Boston Speedway in the Advanced Legends Cup. Wilson closing in on the 10 of Fish Fischer, trying to find his way around the Gremlin Technologies machine. Fisher had been running in the 7th spot, must have been involved in a little bit of an incident. It looks like Chad Ryder also might have gone around, so maybe some contact there. Hard to tell what happened. Up front right now, it is Don Wilson showing the way. Wilson with a nice run at South Boston. 18 laps remaining in this 40-lap event. Don Wilson doing a nice job. He's holding off the 5 of G.G. Maloney. Brent Dean in 3rd, Jared McKinney 4th, Richard Sawyer rounding out the top 5. 10 cars remain on the lead lap as Fish Fisher works to the inside of lap traffic. The 4 also working to the inside. That's Don Wilson passing some lap traffic here. Looks like that might have been the 7 of Roger Streetman going a lap down. Up front, it is all Don Wilson. Wilson with about a 4-car length advantage. Looks like Fish Fisher went around, caught the outside wall. Don't know what happened there. Looked like Fisher might have been trying to find his way past the 9 of Ryder when a little contact was made. And it looks like in the melee, It's going to be the 5. Now, Don Wilson spins. Your leader spins. That looks like it's the 10 of Richard Sawyer, also smacking into the backside of Wilson's car. Up front, it's going to be Gigi Maloney with the lead. Maloney just behind the 14. That's the 8 of Brent Dean, technically. Dean out front. So Brent Dean took the lead in that mess. Brent Dean running 1. Maloney running in 2nd. That's going to move Jared McKinney into the 3rd spot with Florent Kuderk 4th, Thibaut Honey 5th, Chad Ryder 6th, and Don Wilson 7th. Now Wilson, your early leader, the last car on the lead lap. Up front, it is Brent Dean. He's finding his way, goes 3 wide, goes to the inside and the outside, manages to split the difference on the 13 of McMahon and the 4 of Don Wilson. Out front now, it is Brent Dean. Dean taking a bit of a risk splitting traffic there. Looks like Gigi Maloney is currently in the 2nd spot. Jared McKinney trying to close in. Those 2 cars battling some lap traffic here at South Boston. Whoa, what do we got going on there? That's an error. There's the 5 of Gigi Maloney. Maloney currently in the 2nd spot. Just made their way past the 13 of Tim McMahon. McMahon now 2 laps down. Both of Maloney and Jared McKinney losing ground to the 8 of Brent Dean. There are 10 laps to go. Dean with the lead. Maloney 2nd, McKinney 3rd. We'll go back up front with Brent Dean. Dean running up front in that 14 car, showing up on your screen as car number 8, just behind Dean on the speedway. The next car on the track, the 5 of Gigi Maloney. Then behind Maloney, that's the Buckeye Bandit, Jared McKinney. McKinney closing in on the 5 car. Behind McKinney, we've got the 13 of McMahon. Then behind McMahon, it looks like the 4 of Wilson. Behind Wilson, that's going to be the 7. Looks like the 7 of Roger Streetman. Let's go back out front with the 8, which is actually the 14 of Brent Dean. 7 laps to go. Dean with the lead. Looks like Jared McKinney's closing in on the 5 of Gigi Maloney. Let's watch this battle as Jared McKinney closes in. McKinney trying to find a way around the 5 of Maloney. Neither car much of a challenge here to the 8 of Dean. Dean manages to hold on to things and be nice and smooth here. This race is Brent Dean's to lose. McKinney trying to find his way around the 5 of Maloney. McKinney draws into about a half a car length back. Jared McKinney trying to find a way around as Maloney comes out of turn number 2 onto the back straightaway. It looks like Jared McKinney's got a wheel underneath. Maloney closes the door, then comes out of turn number 4, slides up as they drove in too hard. Maloney got that car into the corner too deep. That's going to allow the Buckeye Bandit, Jared McKinney, to take that 2nd spot out front. It is all Brent Dean. Dean pulling away from the rest of the field in that Remember Everyone deployed Legends car. Car number 14, Brent Dean, with 4 laps now, 3 laps to go. Brent Dean with nearly a straightaway lead. Jared McKinney running 2nd, Gigi Maloney 3rd, Florent Kuderk 4th, Chad Ryder 5th, Hani 6th, Wilson 7th, Streetman 8th, Ollie Cole 9th, and Fish Fischer rounding out the top 10. There are 2 to go this time by. Only 4 cars remaining on the lead lap. That's Dean, McKinney, Maloney, and Kuderk. Those 4, your lead lap automobiles down the back straightaway now into turn number 3. This is Brent Dean. Dean through the center of 3 and 4, out back onto the front straightaway. He'll take the white flag this time by. Brent Dean looks like this race is his to lose. The only thing that'll keep Brent Dean from winning this race would be some sort of a technical glitch or a traffic error. Dean comes out of turn number 4 onto the front straightaway, down past the start-finish line. Brent Dean will take home the win from South Boston Speedway. Following Dean, it's Jared McKinney in 2nd, Gigi Maloney in 3rd, Florent Kuderk in 4th, Chad Ryder 5th, Thibaut Hani in 6th, Don Wilson 7th, Roger Streetman 8th, Ollie Cole 9th, and Fish Fischer rounding out the top 10. Behind them, it was McMahon, Carver Robbins, and Richard Sawyer completing the field. That's quite a race from South Boston Speedway. Brent Dean takes advantage of a little bit of lap traffic and makes his way to the front to take the win at South Boston. Johnson iRacing team members Jared McKinney and Fish Fischer ended up 2nd and 10th respectively. For the Johnson iRacing team on the Johnson iRacing Network, this is Aaron Johnson saying go fast, turn left, have fun.